go. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, sorry about art. Did I say that? Oh man, I forgot. Oopsie daisy. Oh, whoops. I'll get better at this. I'll remember the things that I'm doing eventually. Alright. Oh. Oops. I forgot you could do that from OBS. Why does it keep cutting off? I don't understand. I gotta stream elements. It's the big emojis, I think, is throwing it off a little bit. Let's see that. Of course it resets, so... the ones return. Thank you, yeah! I've been drawing a little bit, and I know I said we're going to be doing thumbnails today, but we might not be doing thumbnails. We might be drawing something else. I have this commission that I've had since probably... It's a friend's commission. Since I think I said this last time, July, maybe? I was gonna work on it over the holidays, but then I realized that mobile Clip Studio Paint, that's the one I have on my iPad, will not handle the animation software, because I only buy the Pro version, not the EX version. The X version allows you to animate for more than 1 minute, and this animation is, I think, or sorry, 1 second. You animate for more than 1 second with EX, or you can. This animation is supposed to be 10 seconds, so I don't want to have to buy like $10 worth of Clip Studio EX if I don't have to. Hello, Hot Rod. So instead, because I can do the thumbnails wherever I am if I have my iPad. Because it's only $5 a month for Clip Studio Pro. But EX is the one that costs more. He over here. I think I am gonna nudge Effie a little bit closer to the chat window. So he fits, and he might hit it a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. We accept. So let me lock that in his movement. What did I call this one? Front? What position? Yeah. Hello everybody. Thanks for coming. Gonna be doing some out here in a sec. I'm just gonna have some tea before we begin. Or I've been working on this a little bit already. I just my art process is very much messy sketches until it looks right. Oh, did you have a good time at the gym? I really appreciate everyone's support when they come and watch me, but I never want to have to impede on anyone's schedule. Like, catch my streams at your convenience. You. Aw, thank you for the teacup. Actually, here. I want to just show it off a little bit more. Whee! Because I'm very proud of this thing. I think the hardest part, because you can see it doesn't line up when I sink down, is getting the teacup to look correct when he's in passive mode. At always, I'll be lurking. That worked out always. Aw, thank you, Dragon Beer. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. One day, we're gonna get those emojis. In fact, we're very close to getting, I think, affiliate. If I look at my browser here. It was, the last thing I needed was, or last thing I need is more than 3 viewers or something, or maybe 3 viewers or an average for a month or something like that. And then once you get affiliate, I think you can do more things like the emojis, because I want to make emojis. It's on the list. We're not quite there yet. Or I'm not ready to make emojis. Again, it's the time. They never have enough time. Yeah. Channel points. Oh, hello, Slime Charmer. Yay. Yeah, you did say. Hello, hello. Because eventually I want to implement a bunch of cool stuff. I want to do streamer bot commands. I want to do check-in redeems for the beginning of stream. I want to make it shooting stars that happen in the background of the dock scene. I want to do some other stuff. It's just, I've got these big ambitions. I just don't have time. I could get to them eventually, and they're going to happen eventually. It's just, it's going to take longer than I figured it would. Because I want to either do it myself or commission my friends. I know there's a lot of great artists out there in the void, but I'm not sure. I trust my friends more. You should be able to do commands and bots right now with affiliate. I don't have affiliate quite yet, so I haven't looked into it. I've been looking in the streamer bot. Oh, without affiliate. Been looking into some of the cooler things you can do with the streamer bot, because I do want to add like art and animation to the things eventually, but and I know I can add them possibly now, but I just I don't have the time to really implement it at the moment. There's some other things. See, I have a friend of mine who doesn't have affiliate at the moment. They have SurryBot. I've seen that around. Let's see. I'll save that for later. Sorry if it sounds like I'm making excuses. Eventually. Bot views. Yeah, there's a lot of things I still need to maybe do some research on to add to the Twitch. I'm trying to get my job shifts to moved around a little bit so I can have more time to work on my creative stuff. Also, you know, the holidays and everything there is kind of eating up my weekly time. But it'll work out eventually. Let me just take some more drink here. Thank you, yeah. Thank you, Slime Charmer. Yeah, right now it's been a lot to keep up with trying to post a short every day. And I don't think I've even landed every day. I've kind of stretched the idea of what a day cycle could be. But I basically start at the beginning of this month if I think about it like that. And I've already got quite a few folks. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very grateful already. I know I have to keep chipping at it, keep working at it, keep producing stuff And yeah, stuff will come in time. Anyway, let's see. Today I'm doing art, and I'm afraid this soundtrack, this little track, is probably gonna just repeat the whole time. I know you can use copyright free music on YouTube, but I don't know if I trust it entirely. I've been trying to look at some musical alternatives, but yeah, so I hope I can be entertaining enough to hold out that. I gotta look at that more. Again, there's probably some stuff I need to do a bit more research on, but me. Stay as long as you want. I'm grateful for your support as always, and as I keep saying, but if I ever bore you or anything, you don't gotta stay. I don't like pressuring people to do stuff they don't want to do. Steam Winter Sale tomorrow? Oh, I am excited for that. I'm gonna try and get the Little to the Left DLC because I want to work on those. I'm excited. I hope those go on sale. I think they will. I also want to get... Oh no! I don't know when the sales are. I just kind of check every so often and hope for the best. Or I get emails if wish list items are on sale. Actually, hold on. Let me just look at Steam real quick. Nee! 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 Good luck at work, Nee! I miss you, bud. I'm gonna look at my wish list. Oh yeah, the Gateway trilogy. I wanted to play. One Shot is on sale right now for $6. I get that. The Little to the Left's not there. I do want to play Deltarune 3 and 4 at some point. Maybe that could be. I don't know. We gotta finish Pikuniku. You can refund it if you're under... Not under 2 hours, unfortunately. Best of luck. One Shot World Edition is the better one. Let's see here. I watched a playthrough on One Shot like a long time ago, so I think it could be a good, like in its own experience if I played it again. Because it's been like years. I think it was the last time I watched it was the Markiplier playthrough. And I don't even remember all the things. I just vaguely remember the ending, so maybe that's something I could play a second time. I played Homicide before. Visual novels and horror. I don't think I could handle horror very much. Ooh, wow, that is a scary thumbnail. I don't know if I'm quite comfortable with horror quite yet. I've been sticking to the cozy puzzle organization games so far. Oh. Good luck at work. Take care, Slime Charmer. Yeah. I think I'd work my way to horror games at some point. It's never been my favorite category because I'm a bit of a scaredy pants. I really like puzzle games or platformers. I do want to do Celeste stream at some point because I need to finish Celeste. Oh yeah, it could be a fun Halloween thing to do. There's time to do things down the line. We need to rush into it. 35 bears, yes. I have it on my iPad, and I've never beaten it. I'm stuck at night 4, because Foxy keeps beating my ass. I'm gonna play Danganronpa 2x2 when it comes out. That's... I guess not really a horror game, but sometimes it's considered a thing because of the murders. Really fast bear sex that makes me chicken out so bad. I think that'd be fun as sort of like maybe a sub goal down the line whenever that happens, probably in like a year or so. VR and it went poorly. Oh no. I can't do VR. It makes me extremely motion sick. Is your heart okay? Yeah. My Soma is 95% off. My friend loves that game. 95% off. Jesus Christ. My friend loves that game. And I watched, I think, Jacksepticeye play it. I think it was pretty good. From what I remember of it. I do want to venture into some of these more, like, outside of my comfort zone at some point, but again, it's something I have to kind of work towards, I think. Let's see, let me look at my calendar real quick. So we're gonna finish Piku Niku on Saturday, and if there's extra time, I'll probably just draw something. I gotta do some drawing. Next Wednesday is no stream because it's Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna be away. Then the next Saturday after that, so the 27th, think if I manage to get the Little to the Left DLCs, then that's what's gonna be then. And then, I don't know, the thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna stream on New Year's Eve, because again, I might be away. I might be, with family, because this is the holidays month. But I've got plans. I got things I want to do. And then in January, I have to kind of reassess my time, my schedule, and what I think I can handle, I guess. But I do tend to call these, well, not here, but best streams. Let me change the title. So, by being here in the early days, you get to see me, rough edges and all. Survival games. I want to play Minecraft at some point, because I miss Minecraft, and they've gotten so many updates that it's kind of its own experience at this point. Oh, it's kind of a new experience. Like, didn't a new update just come out with the Spears? I kind of keep up with it, but not entirely. I kind of lost track after the mace was introduced, because I was like, what do you mean they added a new boss? The Breezy or something was called? What do you mean there's trial chambers now? I'm glad that the game still gets updates. I'm glad that it's being maintained and taken care of, but all these new things kind of scare me. Because it's just another thing to take care of and to keep track of. I kind of drifted away from Minecraft as I lost interest in it. Oops. I love Minecraft, I lose interest so easily. I can't go forth after like 4 days. True. I couldn't play single player. I need to play on a server with other people. So, like a SMP or just a friends thing every once in a while, I think would be fun. Or maybe I'm just, I'm too Hermitcraft built right now. Yeah, constant goal and challenge. It'd have to be one of those, not to beat the word out of commission, but one of those lore-heavy servers, or the roleplay-based ones, I think. Or maybe I just fuck around on Hypixel, or whatever those, like, mini-game servers are, just see what happens. But anyway, back to, or I guess we should get into drawing. I need to be productive. Part of why I wanted, oh, that's game mode. Part of why I wanted to stream was to hold myself accountable for doing art. So now there's an audience that needs me to play games. Or not games, but draw and game, I guess. Vintage Story is another... I keep hearing about Vintage Story. I heard it's like Minecraft-esque, but bigger in some way, or... Let me look up a picture. Oh, yeah. Huh, that does look like a retextured Minecraft. Oh, wow, that's a big inventory bar. This looks like one of those really old modded series that I used to watch people do, the old, Minecraft's more of a building game with survival aspects, while Vintage Story is more of a survival game with building aspects. Oh. Interesting. Certainly looks cool. Consistent graphics. Not sure it's something I would play. Um, the developers who made the hardcore survival mod for Minecraft, Terra, Firmcraft, went on to make their own game. I see. Interesting. That's really cool. Well, anyway, let me just check my OBS real quick. Oh yeah, you can hear this. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep Clip Studio's audio on or off, because I'm gonna be jumping around this timeline and you're gonna be hearing the audio a lot. So I think I'll just turn it off for now, and if I want you to see the finished piece, I'll turn it back on, because the scrubbing of the timeline is just gonna be blasting through, and I think that could be a little annoying. See, the music ended. Turn that track back on. Yeah, I'm here to draw and hang out. I'll try to keep an eye on chat. If I don't, not sure. I need to, that's one of the commands I want to implement. I have this audio track that my friend made that of just her yelling shrimp. I think it's really funny, and I would just have it be one of those channel point redeems for really low. Rain Whirl! Ah. And you play Genshin. I did play Genshin a long time ago. And then I stopped playing because they added way too many new characters and worlds and stuff, and I just lost track of everything. I did get quite a I got a nice little handful of 5 stars, if I remember. I got... Xiao was my first, and in my opinion, he is the best exploration character. So I stopped playing after Fontaine was introduced, so I don't really know anything in the Fire Kingdom or any of the new characters or anything. So prior to Fire Kingdom and prior to Fontaine, I believe that Xiao is the best exploration character because of all of his abilities. He doesn't take fall damage from plunging at any height, which I used quite a lot. His, I think it was called his E, his like little spear ability, let him just zoom twice in a row. Just like shoot forward twice. So that's like a dash. I used it as a dash quite often, and the cooldown was a little annoying, but if you beefed him up enough, I think you could reduce it a little bit. That really helped with exploration and getting all the stupid little floaty collectibles that you have to feed the statues. I can't remember what they're called. And his passive ability reduced climbing stamina, I think, for the party, so he just was the ultimate travel unit. I also had Albedo and Venti on my team, so with the powers combined, I could just get very high. I had a lot of vertical reach with all of them, because I'd set down an Albedo elevator, and then I'd use Venti's air column thing, fly upwards, and then have Xiao just dash twice in a row to just reach unreachable places. Have you heard of Columbina? No, I have not. Is that a new character, or is that a game? I don't know. I think I didn't play Genshin the correct way because I didn't care about the story. I'd play the like character chapter events just to progress exploration, and then I'd have that cheating little mini map up in that one browser open so I could figure out where all the hidden collectible things were, and I would just go around collecting all the things. That's how I had fun. I'm the type of person who wants to just sit down and grind for 8 hours straight. And part of the reason I had to stop playing Genshin was because you can't do that, really. You have to play every day. You have to do your dailies. You have to do chores every day. I'm like, no! I don't have to log in every day. I only have 1 day a week I can play, and that sucks. Just let me grind for 8 hours straight in 1 day, and then I'll get back to it. And I know you could use the condensed resin or whatever to kind of do that, but that's a pain to get. Sorry for complaining. It used to be fun, but then I ran out of patience. I have such a bad addiction. I've spent over $200 on it recently. My sister is a whale for that game. Or I think she was. I think she's moved on to Honkai. I think I spent, if I'm being generous, maybe $30 on the game. I paid for the Welkin, I think, 4 times. Because I wanted to save up for Albedo when he came out. He was the reason I started playing, to be honest. I really like his design. I really like a short sleeve look. This is my character, by the way. Short sleeve, gloves. He's wearing shorts out in the fucking winter mountain where he lives. I loved his hair. I thought it was very, really interestingly designed. He's a scientist, an artist, and in theory could destroy all of Mondstadt if he wanted to, but like he doesn't want to. I think that's his lore, right? He's like, if I ever go out of control, I need you to kill me, to the Traveler. And the Traveler's like, okay, dude, whatever. Oops, got his hair wrong. Oops. He's built different. He was made by the other person. Out of chalk. Yeah, he's super old. Conria, I guess. Connected to a dragon or something? No, he just lives on Dragon Mountain. I think. Yeah, I don't remember. I am asexual, but I am a very bad shipper at heart. Like, I love shipping characters. I used to ship him and Aether a lot. That's the male traveler. Because I was like, yes, now kiss. I just thought they were really cute. Blonde boys be winning. Aether and Lumine are shipped with everybody. Yeah, I know. Well, they're the self-insert main character, blank slate guys. Makes sense. It's a little annoying, but I think it's cute. His hair, I made his hair too long. And then I started shipping Aether with Xiao, because Xiao's like obsessed with Xiao's like obsessed with Traveler. It's like, you make my dreams feel better. You make me less depressed. Like, yes, I do. Anyway, I had to stop playing because A, I realized I wasn't having fun playing the game, and B, it was just taking up too much space on my old laptop. So I had to delete it. And then when I tried to re-download it, I didn't have enough space left. The Adobe products were eating up my storage. Shifting to Genshin for a while, there's so many potential Potential theirs? There's so much potential there. Sorry, I don't quite understand. Oh, with ships, I mean, I want to play matchmaker. I see it. True. I see Child shipped with, Geode God, I don't remember his name, a lot. And that one confuses me, because isn't... I don't know, I don't know why. I never saw chemistry between those two characters, because I don't think they ever... They interacted a little bit, maybe? I don't know. I guess Xiao is an... not Xiao, sorry. Child is an adult, despite his weird nickname given to him by Ice God. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Isn't, like, the Geode God, like, super old? I just think about him as, like, some middle-aged man, and then Child is just, like, some, late 20s something schmuck. Ah, man, the chat window keeps getting, My Time in Sandrock? Not heard of that. A Farm Life Sims role-playing game. I have not heard of this game before. It looks like a mobile game. Ooh. Travel to the desert. Gather, construct. I'm not the biggest player of farm sim games, except like the Minecraft's the only exception because I've just been playing that for a long time. I started playing Minecraft in the 2012s in like 5th grade or something. But generally I prefer story-based games. Like I think I would get into visual novels. I want to play a lot of RPG Maker games eventually, because I want to make my own RPG Maker games at some point. But I like narrative-based things. It doesn't have to be like that. There can be some other fun gameplay element parts. But I like there being a story. Multiple endings is welcome. But narrative's fun. Like I'm not a Stardew Valley person. I know there's a lot of fun things in Stardew Valley, but I watched my friend play the game and I thought, oh man, it's a chore game. You have to do chores. And I guess maybe it's just I also don't have a lot of time to sink into these types of games anymore. I used to have a lot more time or like when I was still in college maybe, or like between real life, job, college. But now if I have free time, I would rather put it into drawing if I can, or animating, or trying to. I'd rather put it into like another type of project. So unless the story has a set, or unless the story has unless the game has a set story from like start to finish, whether it has an ambiguous ending, multiple endings, etc., etc. If there's like a start and a definitive end, I'm not sure I'd play it all that much. Again, with Minecraft being the one exception, but I don't think I'd like run a Minecraft Let's Play because I don't think I could sustain it by myself. I could do maybe like a mini-series challenge thing with friends at some point, but I do like visual novels, I think. I haven't played a lot of them, but I like the RPG Maker ones. like what's it called? Studio Investigate. I like their games. They're really cool. Date with Death is really good. Let me grab that. Again, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm complaining. Or I'm sorry if I am complaining. Oh, is it like a dating sim one? That looks cute. That will be dating sim games would be interesting to play. I already watched playthroughs on Date Everything, so I probably wouldn't play that game. But I don't know. Again, as an asexual date and probably an aromantic as well, I find dating games kind of funny. I'm not against them at all. I just it's a different kind of experience for me. I like romance in theory. So I read a lot of, not to out myself, I read a lot of fan fiction, and I can't read the ones where I love a slow burn. I love a slow burn because that generally means that the characters' personalities are being focused on a lot more than not. But when I read like a one shot or like a shorter fic, and they say it's a slow burn, but it's not a slow burn, and the characters just like lock eyes and they're like, he was the hottest man. It takes me out. I'm like, what do you mean? What? Huh? You don't know this person. Fan fictions are my one true love in life. The longer the better. True, yeah. I like a one shot occasionally, but I feel like they're just over too fast. There's no time to cook. There's no time for development. There's no time. You need to let it simmer a bit more. I need to see the development, the unraveling romance. I need to see these two characters get to know each other. Like, I'm a big fan of personality shining through. I think I'm more demi-romantic than anything. A person's personality means everything to me. Like, it doesn't matter anything else, the physical, the gender, whatever. If our personalities flow, I think that's great. And so I kind of project that onto my taste in characters and taste in ships. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, those two are cute together. They should be together. That looks cute. But most of the time I'm like, the personalities have to mesh. It has to make sense. The characterization is what I look for the most in fan fiction. If the characterization is off-key or like too self-projection-y, it takes me out and I can't read it. I just have to drop a fic. I've dropped fics before for just like really bad characterization. I'm like, he would not say that. That character would not fucking say. I don't comment this, of course. I just keep it to myself and close the tab, but Hot Rod, oh, what? Are you asking what type of fanfiction I need? I gotta go, my family's watching an Xmas movie. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Bye, Rowan. Enjoy your movie. I need to pick up a reference sheet. So this animation is like a short 10-second clip of my character pestering another character who belongs to a friend of mine. And if I have a reference sheet, I can pull up their character. You've never read fanfiction before, Hot Rod? Where the heck is the reference sheet? Rats. Okay, I gotta go digging. Where are you, Kim? Pinned message. There it is. Here is depressed guy. Depression incarnate. No, I don't really read stuff online. Yeah, I think fanfiction can be really hit or miss. I generally like to read canon divergence. That means it's like a fanfiction that really plays in the space of a thing. They explore different plot. I mean, it diverges from the canon. So, like, if a character made a different choice, or if the scenario was slightly different, or if something different happened in like a story, what would happen? What would the characters do? How would that change, like, the cause and effect of everything? That's kind of what I enjoy. So, my favorite Rainrot fanfiction stuff that I read a lot right now is Danganronpa. And with that one, so Danganronpa is like a death game where people die and you have to figure out who done it, basically. And a lot of these sort of fanfictions for those kind of explore, what if a different character died instead of this other character, and how would that ricochet a new plot? How would that affect everybody? How would everyone react? How would that change the outcome of the killing game? That's what I like to read. It's a very explorative. I don't know. I'm lacking the words. Sorry. You'll find this happens to me often. Is that I will sometimes lack the vocabulary to describe the thing I want to say, because the word just sits on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't remember it. So my call to fame, my stupid little call to fame, is that I've written a fan fiction for Danganronpa that is, like, I think 8 years old at this point. It's still not finished, but it's a canon divergence exploration of the ending of the third game. I'll finish it one day. In maybe 6 years. Perhaps. This kid is a bit too big. He is definitely shorter than that. So yeah, I prefer to read canon divergence, but if my ship also happens to be in the story, I'm not complaining. Yeah, why is he so short? I drew him that way. That's the answer. see if I can show you what this animation looks like. I have to. It's. Well, the timeline's a bit of a mess right now because I was. Here, turn the music off for a second. Turn this on. Oh yeah, I was using Minecraft to place out my backgrounds. Throw it at me. I was trying to get the perspective. I didn't feel like drawing a perspective grid, so I just entered Minecraft and made it my perspective grid. Don't underestimate what a lazy person will do to get out of doing work. Okay.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
I would, but I think explaining it might give us both an aneurysm.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
I would, but I think explaining it might give us both an aneurysm.
Yeah. My character is kind of like the foster kid slash nuisance that has landed on this character's doorstep. The pink-haired one has to kind of take care of my awful son for right now. In this roleplay group I'm in. So, kind of animating their dynamic a little bit. Do have to figure out how I'm gonna draw this guy. I don't think I did the proportions correctly, but it's okay. I just have to get a rough draft out, and then we can improve things as we go. Thank you. I did the head pat, I think, like, last month's stream. I think my style is not quite anime, I think. It just kind of misses the mark of being fully anime. It's definitely got Western, more cartoony features in it. Like, less cute than a chibi, definitely. I say Scott Pilgrim, the comic book, probably inspired my art style a lot. And I know that's kind of inspired by anime in itself, but it's way simpler if you look at it. That Brian O'Malley comic. Oh yeah. Oops. For this group, I've just decided that I don't draw noses. I usually do. Sometimes. Let's see. But for this specific group, I just decided I don't want to bother with that right now. Let me see if I find my... Or I draw some, like, approximation of the nose. Right now, I just draw, like, these smudges, and I call them noses. I don't know. For my own personal works, I do give my characters proper noses. Let me see, where's Revan? I can use him as an example. Like, he's got a nose. He's also got a smudgy nose, but it's okay. Oh, wait. I mean, for an animation, I think it's fine. Cute. Well, yeah. Keep it simple. That looks tired. It takes me a minute to get used to drawing another person's character, because I'm like, trying to adapt their style into my cartoony thing. I'm always like, will they like it? Will it look okay? Will I have butchered this design? Oh, he's got hair clips. I didn't even notice. I'd be too nervous drawing, like, strangers' characters, which is why I probably won't ever open commissions. This one is from a friend, so that's why I accepted it. Yeah, you can't even... Oh yeah, Abel's... I didn't give him eyebrows. We can add those in later. Oh yeah, facial hair. I never know how to draw facial hair in my style. I guess here it's more like little lines. So, I guess I'll do little lines as well. All of my characters are clean shaven. If my characters tend to not have like tattoos, facial hair, piercings, etc. It's not because I don't like those design elements. It's just that I forget they exist because I don't have them. I'm like, oh yeah, tattoos exist and tattoos are cool. I don't think of them. I'll just dress a character up in what I wear, which tends to be very comfortable clothing. Unfortunately, I do not have the Effie poncho. The Effie cloak. One day, though. One day. I did ask how much it would cost, like this reputable cosplay service. How much it would cost to create the Effie outfit. And they quoted me for $1,500, which I don't have for a cosplay. I'm sure that's a fair price for the hard work of creating an outfit from scratch, especially a weird, complex one like this. But I was like, oh man, I definitely don't have that much money for that. That's a milestone for down the road. Probably. In maybe like 10 years when I'm uber famous. Ponchos are nice. Actually, wait, let me... So I don't get to show off, Effie's design all that much. Oh, it might be hard to see. Hold on. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Cinnabars. Let me just... I'm meddling around with the settings here. There we go. It is hard to see. But it's more of a cloak, I think. It's being held together by this, what's it called again? Some kind of, it's like a Celtic brooch. Is how I imagine his, cloak is being held on him. He's wearing a tunic underneath it. Ah! But since he's wearing so much gold, you can't... It's hard to see all the details. And I know it's my fault for designing it this way, having it all cover each other up. But it's how I figured he'd wear it. There is a world, probably, where it would make more sense for the cloak to be shifted a little bit, and for the brooch to be, like, over here more. But I didn't do that, so we just have to make our peace with the decisions we've made. I'm gonna make a video showcasing the whole outfit at some point, and maybe all of the toggles you can do. But I have to put a bit more thought into the editing on that, so it's not quite ready for that yet. Darn it, I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, thank you. As an artiste, I do get critique sometimes where it's like, you've made too many tangents there, like, things cover each other up, you can't see the design, and I'm like, I know. I know. But I'm going to willfully choose to keep it in and ignore your advice. As an artist, there are times in your life where you'll have to make those decisions. You're like, okay, maybe this will, like, objectively make the art piece a bit worse, but I don't want to change it. Just out of... I don't know if it's stubbornness, maybe it is, but... my act of free will. I think that's part of the good thing about critique, is that it's optional. It's art critique is people's advice, and it's always going to be different depending on who you ask, who they are, how they feel about it. You could ask a bunch of people different critiques, and they could all give you conflicting advice, like change this thing, or like keep this thing in, or enhance that, or make that smaller, type of thing. And it's up to you as the artist and creator and stuff to decide what critique you agree with and want to make change. Sometimes you do just have to be like, fuck it, I'm keeping it in. And it's okay. Yeah, I think that's one of the bigger things I had to learn in art school. Was just that you don't have to take every piece of criticism to heart. Yeah, I agree. Always comes with a pinch of salt. Like that whole saying, like, everyone's a critic, right? My interpretation of this character's jawline. Yeesh. You can tell I don't draw. If I would just, like, give him the nose. Yeah, okay. The first pass is never that great when I'm drawing a new character and designing a new character, I guess. I always need to figure out how to do their shorthand, and that does take a sec. It's a little bit of brain power. The numbers Twitch is telling me says there's 6 people in chat, so hello anybody who's there. You don't have to come out if you don't want to, but if you're there, I want to acknowledge you. Get in, folks. I see TikTok sometimes, and it's like the very fast-paced ones that are like, "You gotta follow me now," and I just don't feel comfortable making those. I'm like, I feel really bad inconveniencing people. Like, I want people to watch the stream or put it in the background if they want to, if they have time, if it works with their schedule, but man, I feel really guilty if someone like cut something short just to try and catch a stream. I'm like, no. You can catch the VOD when if I remember to post it. Probably. Which I definitely will remember to do. It's starting to look like the character a bit more. It makes me happy. I feel like if I don't draw for a while, I just completely forget how to make art. And I have to get back into the swing of it. My friends agree. It always happens to us. If we stop drawing for a week, then we forget. It's more about discipline, probably, than anything like that. But VODs are good to put on in the background. I agree. Admittedly, I don't usually catch streamers live. I always try to catch the VODs, because, again, I'm just so busy. I prefer podcasts these days, because if I can free up my eyes and hands to do other things like chores or art, then that's what I do. Wait, what? Why is... There you go. I think his face is too... What's your favorite, or what kind of D&D podcast are you listening to right now? Critical Role, Dimension 20, Adventure Zone, Dungeons and Daddies. Those are the ones I know of. I know there's a couple others, but those are the ones except for Critical Role, those are the ones I listen to. Crit Role sessions are way too long. I can't listen to 4 hours of that. Sorry. Is that like a little yang sign or something? I've been a big fan of The Adventure Zone and Dungeons and Daddies so far. Oh, The Lost Archives. I'm gonna look that up. Podcast. Live play RPGs. Ooh. Let's see. Adventure Zone's doing their Royale arc right now, or Royale season. They didn't post an episode last week. I hope they post one tomorrow. This season is about wizards needing to be the best wizard through different trials and tribulations. The return to classic quote-unquote D&D for them. So I'm still waiting for Ether Sea Season 2! Griffin McElroy, please! Season 2 of Ether Sea. You have to. Yeah, God, you can't just leave us on that kind of ending. Devastated. Watch tracking these dice. Comedy deep storytelling within a homebrew game. Nice. I do like an emphasis on storytelling or comedy over the gameplay, honestly. Hello there! Hello, Akari. We're doing some art stream, not thumbnails like I promised. We're doing a different thing because I'm bad at planning. This is my character. He's bald, but he's gonna have hair. Just give him a sec. How's it going? I've been talking in the comments? Oh yeah! Hehe. Oh yeah. You're working on a VTuber, right? Or your own. Right, when I look at your name on my OBS, it's like this bright stark blue that's really hard to read, but then if I look on my iPad, it's green. Well, I wish you luck with your VTubing stuff. It's... My model took me 8 months of my life that I could have been doing other things with. That's not like 8 months straight. I was working on and off again, usually mostly on weekends, sometimes after work, but not usually. So the process would have taken a shorter time if I had a different work schedule, but alas! Welcome to the stream, though. I hope you don't mind the yapping. I'm glad I worked on my model, I'm glad that I had full control over every process of the model making stage to the rigging and everything, because when I got to the rigging stage, there were moments where I realized that I had drawn assets incorrectly, like incompatible to what I wanted them to do with Live 2D. So I'd have to redraw them. And Like, if I had hired an artist or something, I would have felt so bad being like, hey, could you redo this? Though maybe if I'd hired an expert, they wouldn't have made the mistake in the first place. But you live, you learn, and you improve. He's coming together. He looks like a wet blanket right now. So I feel I'm too broke to ask an artist for anything. Did I save money making my own model? Perhaps. Did I lose that money in time? Maybe. I had to pay for like, I think 4 or 5 months worth of Live 2D. That's like $14 to $15 a month. Pain in my ass, but we got it done. We did it. I had hoped that the ticking time bomb of a renewable subscription would have made me work faster, but it didn't. But now I'm done with that business. Though if I want to make any more changes or improvements, I'll have to whip out my wall and be like, okay, fine, Live 2D. Take more of my money, why don't you? Hello, Dragon. Dragonymir. You didn't miss too much. We got Akari in the chat. Let's talk on a whole bunch about, what was I talking about? I think we were talking about fanfiction and then art styles? Something like that. Now the band looks way too big for his head. Alright, I'm gonna try and lock in a little bit more and also keep an eye on chat, but at some point I'm going to invite one of my friends to a Discord call for some of the drawing streams, and maybe they'll just read the chat to me. My laziness knows no bounds. Oh yeah, his hair like spills out over his head, so... Let's get rid of this here. Make this bandana a little bit more standoutish, just for the sketch, because I need to see where it is. I've not gotten the hang of drawing him yet, so... My computer's fans kicked in. I should probably close... Firefox. Coming together nicely though, thank you. I still need to get around to motivating myself into leading pixel art. Pixel art is... fun-ish. You know how fast I came when I saw on you on YouTube, I was like, oh no! It's alright. The streams are for you to join at your convenience. Eventually I'd like to build up a following, because like that's what everyone's goal is here. But I want it. I only want people to join if they want to. Don't want to pressure or force or what's the word? Fuck. This happens to me all the time. To feel stressed out about it. Like, it's an at your convenience type of thing. Let's see, oh yeah, I was gonna try and show off some pixel art that I made. Eventually, I want to make an RPG Maker game. Like, that's on my bucket list. It's something I want to do. I'm not there yet, but I know what story I kind of want to tell for it. And then I was experimenting with some pixels. Let's close that. This is my little guy. His name is Morgan. I was just playing around with how I'd want my own art sprites to look like. I made a template around here somewhere. Yeah, here's another one. There it is. This is my base. That reminds me, I actually have RPG Maker or XP VX Ace blah 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 blah. Else. I have MV. No, I have MZ. That's it, MZ, and I'm quite happy with it. I don't think I need a lot of like MZ has a lot of stuff built into it already. I've experimented a tiny bit with it. The type of games I'd make would probably be visual novel with just slight RPG. No, they'd be visual novels just in the visual style of an RPG Maker game because I just love pixel art more than I like sprites, and I would want you to walk around and interact with my set dressing a lot more than I think a visual novel allows you to. Any game I make probably would be very dialogue, story based. There'd be minimal, very minimal, what do you call that, changes that you could make to the story. Maybe there'd be multiple endings, maybe there wouldn't be. Maybe there would be a combat system, probably not though. The part of games that I would want to make would be just very interactive story heavy. So like you'd walk around or something, pick up objects, talk to people, and like depending on those types of actions, you could maybe change the ending. Like, did you hang out with this character enough times, or did you collect all the things? Did you solve all the puzzles? Maybe, I don't know. These are just like off the top of my head examples. I don't really understand combat systems all that much, so I probably wouldn't implement one of those. And I'm not too sure on minigames, so I'd have to do a bit more research on that. But off the top of my head, the way that I'd want to do it at the base would just be storytelling. Yeah. So I'd call it a visual novel, as to downplay any other game elements that would be included. Yeah. I consider myself more of a storyteller, so I just want to tell a story. And the element of the RPG Maker game would just allow you to choose how you would receive that story. So through interacting with objects and talking to people and going to places. And it's not quite an open world, but let's say I like set you in a town, you can like talk to people or something. It's hard to explain, really. I'd have to really plan it out. Like, characters give you quests and tell you to do something or whatever, and then you can like kind of deviate from that or do what they ask, and yeah, you get it. It's basic gameplay stuff, I'm sure. I have some log lines for games. Let me go see if I can find them. I do not have the log lines, I just have the descriptions. Yeah. Thank you. Those are just character sprites. I'd probably draw the environments myself and then create bounding boxes. Very Hello Charlotte-esque. It's probably what I'd do. Yeah, actually, Hello Charlotte is a great example of what other type of game I'd want to make. It's basically just, you play through the story, you get the story. Oh, wait, where'd he go? Little guy. There he is. Oh yeah, he's got like little hair clippings. Well, we're only gonna include the bangs, because I don't think you can see the other ones anyway. I played just to see the characters? Aw, thank you. Well, I showed you, a little... Sure, I showed you this guy. But his what he actually looks like when he's not in pixel form is this. He's my little guy, my little dude. He's my silly little meow meow. He's a compulsive liar who is also a theatrical catboy. His mental health is definitely very well, and you should not check in on him because he's doing fine. Everything about him is fine. He's doing okay. Trust the words he says. Is he secretly depressed? Absolutely not. Why would you think so? Oh yeah, one of my favorite parts about his design is his shoes. Like, look at those shoes. Look at those. They're his color scheme. Very cool. But also, he tucks in his shirt. He actually tucks in this puffy sleeve shirt, and then the jacket that he wears has its own whatever those things are. So that's why they always stick out at every angle. It's not actually his tucked-in shirt. It's different. Me justifying my poor design choices. When he feels high, like really strong emotions, his eyes get this like yellow in them. And he has these really fucked up eyelashes. I call them fucked eyelashes. They probably aren't as fucked as I believe them to be, but similar to how my character has like these slits on his face, I imagine this guy to have like he has just like 3 really long eyelashes that kind of look like spider legs coming out of his face. That's why I think it's really scary. It'd be kind of weird to meet him in real life. Yeah. He also has like little fangs, so I wanted that to be included in the sprite. His fucked eyelashes, of course, and his funny little jacket. The tailcoats. But anyway. I need a pinky. Go. Let's see. I want to make his hair very sharp. He seems like that kind of guy. Maybe that's too sharp. Oh, thank you. I'm sure your creativity is good. It's taken me my... Well, my greatest piece of advice for any creative is to just be obsessed with your work. You don't have to enjoy the process of making art, but you have to be obsessed with making art. Like, you have to want to make art more than you hate it, I guess. Was that Defunct Land quote? It's like... The thing I hate more than making videos is not making videos. I feel the same way. Like, the thing I hate more than not, or the thing I hate more than making art is not making art. Like, it might pain me to have to sit down and actually work on the thing I want to work on, but I'd rather do that than not work. That is not what his hair looks like. What the hell? Okay. I think about my characters 24/7 all the time, literally. I mean, I worked on Effie for like 8 months straight, planning out all the assets, all the things, all the pieces, and for those who haven't seen it, I keep going on tangents, don't worry about it. This is his full design. And I think there's a lot of VTubers out there with really great designs, and I think there are some VTubers with maybe over-designed designs. And there's nothing against that in practice, in reality, if that's what makes them happy with their designs and stuff. Effie is more than a VTuber for me, though. He is a character, which is why I refer to him in the third person sometimes. I want to make an animated series with him in it, or some kind of comic or something, maybe a game, I don't know. I want to use him in something. Like, he's my model, but he's not my persona. Really. He has the most marketable design. Which is why I want to embody him a little bit. But he's more of a character in a story, so I treat him as such. So his design has to be animation friendly. It's not animation friendly. I fucked up there. This is not easy to animate. Why did I do this to myself? But yeah, I think what kind of sets his design apart in practice is that he's more of a character than a VTuber. But I just turned him into a VTuber anyway. Like, eventually, he's gonna interact with some other funny characters. I'll probably voice act him because, of course, I will. He'll get his time to shine, and I'll get to tell his story properly. So his story's not quite like, I mean, I guess it's his character lore, but I don't want to just reveal it in like a stream video. I want to actually animate an episode of something, maybe that's like 3 minutes long. Sorry, everyone who's joined this stream, you've now come on to the Effie Yap session. That's why he has a younger character sheet. Kismet is the name of the episode I would produce, or see. Ah. I see that logo. My buttons are doing all the things. Anyway, I was very proud of this logo anyway. Wow, that's why I wanted you to see it. But yeah. Little Effie. Bigger Effie. Got storyboards. I got things I want to work on. Again, it's time. Animation takes time. So I can't debut until, or like officially debut. I mean, I guess I can debut, but I need to make some kind of abridged animation of his lore in order to debut, and then I want to make like the full official animated thing down the line, which I'd probably do on stream a little bit, but I don't know. I've got things I want to do. I just don't have the time in my day for it. Speaking of, I need to design this dude. Oh, do you want to kill me or something? It's working. No. Don't die. Oh, my goals and hope in streaming, it's to meet new people, somewhat. But mostly it's to get me working on the projects I want to work on. And tell Effie's story the way I want it to be told. Eventually. It's why my about page on Twitch is kind of written oddly. It's because I'm anticipating these stories to eventually pop off. It might not be now. It might not be the next year. But I think at some point, once I start making stuff and producing it and like sending it out into the world, I could garner enough people to support my creative worlds that go beyond just the little star boy. I don't like his hair still. I mean, in this day and age, you just have to be prepared for anything. Like, what was it? Like, Welcome Home, the analog website thing. That launched and it instantly popped off because all the theorist people like flocked to it. And I don't think even the creator of that was prepared for the surge of popularity that occurred. That would scare the shit out of me, which is why I'm glad it hasn't and won't happen. But like, that could happen to anybody in theory, you know? One well-known famous person sees your thing, promotes it, and then like suddenly too many people are at your door and you're like, what do I do? Obviously you need to capitalize on it in some fashion, but sometimes you don't know how to do that, and I wouldn't know how to do that either. Because instantly you get people demanding you to make more of said thing, you get people impersonating you, get people, I guess, trying to tear you down in front of you. It's scary. The internet scares me. Yeah, you're not used to it. Yeah, it just takes, like, any of those big boys, big channels to just point you out, and then you're just kind of exposed. I'm not sure how popular game theory and stuff is at this point in time because I don't watch it as often, but back in the MatPat days, like, if you caught wind of your thing, oof, it was going big, especially if it was an indie thing. Oof. I mean, okay, so Amazing Digital Circus, it was being promoted pretty well on Glitch, but like the surge of popularity that had after episode 1, like Gooseworks had a bunch of people in their DMs asking for like everything, like when's the next episode? This isn't doing that, blah 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 blah. And I think they still get a lot of credit in their inbox from like entitled fans. Like it happens even with the bigger channels whose job is to create stuff like that. There's always something like that. I'm not prepared for it. I don't think it would happen to me, but I wouldn't be prepared if it did. I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd crawl under a rock and like maybe capitalize a little bit or try to, but mostly wait for it to blow over because I'd be shell-shocked. That's scary. The internet is such a scary place. His head is way too big. What was another one? Dead Plate, if you remember the Investigrave game. That one popped off really big. I think it was because people thought it was going to have a lot more yaoi elements, like the BL. Because people kind of took that ship and ran with it. I don't personally, but I saw it happen. Not that nothing against that type of thing, but it's like, the BL was not the point of that game. It was like commentary on something else, but you never know when that happens. And it's totally okay to disagree with anything I say. I am known for having bad takes on things sometimes. So if you disagree with anything I say, or if I say something really odd or incorrect, don't be afraid to call me out on it. I can be very passionate about stuff, and then I can also be very vague about stuff. Those two are not mutually exclusive. Just different perspectives. Yeah. I think the pieces of media I mentioned are really good. It's the fan bases that are the scary, strange parts. It's always best to have as many perspectives as possible. I understand that when you publish something on the internet these days, it kind of doesn't... It's kind of now out there in the space. You can't protect it or hoard it or keep it to yourself anymore. But as a creator, it kind of hurts my heart to see that sometimes. I'm like, maybe I do want to gatekeep my work and not let anyone see it, because the internet's gonna bastardize it somehow. And there's nothing you can really do to prevent that, I guess, except for... there's nothing you can do about it. Except maybe not publish your work. Death of the author and stuff. Saw something similar happen to a really neat thing a few weeks ago that I was excited for. Aw, man. I am actually kind of happy with how he's coming out. His face is a little long, though. Just. Now his ears are a little pink. Isu, an upcoming front end for emulation. It looked amazing and had so many ideas. Android developer application. Controversy? Controversy? Devs reused an old friend server and turned it into a new one for their community. People dug up old messages. Ah. Bummer. Which, well, it still sucks. The head dev quit the internet, basically, over all the controversy. Okay, so this might not be the best take on the subject, but it's kind of my opinion. I think, I mean, cancel culture is very dumb, in my opinion. Because a lot of the time, well, not all the time, but there's a good portion of the time, a good percentage, that cancel culture happens over stuff that was done, like, years ago. And I feel like by punishing people for things they've done in their past after they've changed and maybe repented for it, you're, like, punishing people for changing and preventing people from changing. It's just like, yeah, maybe someone did something very uncool in the past, but if they were genuinely sorry and changed for it, why are you bringing up old shit again? I don't know. I don't know if that applies to every situation, but I've seen it happen enough to dumb things. Oh, goodbye, Carrie. Goodbye. Years ago, during an edgy period of the guy's life, like, yeah, like no one's been an edgy teenager before. No one's changed. Like, people grow so much, even in a year or so. Like, I've definitely changed since I was, like, a teenager. My opinions on things have changed. My takes have changed. My tastes have changed. The people I've met have influenced my perspective on stuff. And no one is static. At least no one should be. And I think people should be allowed to make mistakes and grow from them. And you don't have to make a very big public apology for something if you've changed. Like, it doesn't have to be a production. Just, I don't know, live, let live. Why are you bringing... Okay. Great. Ish. we all have skeletons in our closets. Like, who doesn't, right? And you're lying if you're saying that, like, did nothing, you've done nothing strange or said like an offhanded joke at least once in your life. Like, I don't know. I mean, I used to be a big fan of South Park in middle school because that was the edgy, cool thing to watch if you were in edgy, cool middle school. Not something a 12-year-old should be watching, beat the way. Now there's worse stuff on the internet. The things that kids have access to, like, guys. Oh yeah, man. In middle school, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna impress the edgy big kids by watching the big kids show. I mean, back then, South Park episodes were free to watch on their website with, like, ads or something. So that's just what I'd do. I'd just wait until my parents went to bed, and then I'd sneak onto my laptop and watch them, and then I'd go to school and be like, I watched the stuff. I'm cool and edgy. I'm a cool kid. Yeah, it was actually kind of neat. You could watch all the season episodes for free. With ads, of course, but all of them were available. How neat. What a novel idea. But now, I think there's like only 10 episodes available for free, and then you have to guy Hulu or something. I don't know. I stopped watching it a while ago, like a long time ago. I don't even keep up with. I don't know. I've just. I only watched it recently because of the first episode of the new season was like really bizarre. Apparently, it like made some kind of night show. My dad showed me. Man, those guys are insane. Anyway, back to locking in. Okay, we made the example image. We have to recreate it. Doctor Who and being scared. I watched only the Weeping Angels. No, wait a minute. Well, now his head has to be bigger because Abel's head's pretty big. Hello, Nerd Knight! Meowdy! Gotta get alerts for raids and stuff. Nerd Knight is raiding with a party of 9? Oh. Hello! I don't quite understand how raiding works, but stream's going well. Drawing some peeps. Getting distracted, but that's par for the course. They raided us. Hello then. I think I know what a raid is. I want people from my stream to see you. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't have any alerts or anything set up. I don't have affiliate yet. And I know there's some stuff you can do without it, I guess, but I don't have those implemented yet. We're working on it. We're working towards it. We will in the next year. In the stream, they could choose to raid another person who's streaming, bringing people. Ah, thank you. Well, thank you, Nerd Knight. It kind of looks like chicken scratch at the moment, but I'm doing an animation. We're working on it. Yeah, I saw you comment that. Very cool. Thank you for showing, or thank you for stopping by. I was wondering if you would stop by, but I don't want to pressure anybody to visit my stream if they got stuff going on or other plans, or find drawing streams to be a bit more boring than gaming ones. Nah, if I promise to pop in, I make sure I pop in. I appreciate you. I did check out your TikTok channel. I do check out the people who follow me sometimes. I think it's really neat how you boost up other smaller streamers. I appreciate that a lot. I don't tend to follow people with my VTuber account. Just for like, I don't know. I have a side account that I follow people. So apologies if that was off-putting, or if that's rude, I guess. I think the only person my VTuber account follows is my art account. What is this? There we go. His jacket is so confusing, no! Okay, we're gonna have to simplify this, because animation, but... I saw a TikTok earlier today. Hello. Ah, shit. Abananac. Abani. Sorry. I'm very bad at pronouncing things. Thank you. I worked really hard on this model. Abba. Hello then, Abba. I'm doing this... I said I'd do thumbnails in my TikTok, but I lied. We're doing this commission that I should be working on instead. I could do thumbnails any day. This commission is a couple months later than I said I'd do it, because everything's gotten in the way, but now is the time to work on it. Thank you. I don't get to show it off that much, so I need to make a TikTok that really shows, or like some kind of shorter video that, or I need to do a model showcase. That's what I need to do. I want to put some thought into the editing. But this is what I look like. My character wears a cloak with two long ribbon things behind him. And he has a tunic underneath that, shorts because, of course, and then like little golden bandages on his legs that he received from a friend. And of course the under eyes. I've rigged the eyes so that, well, I mean, they only activate if I hit a toggle for them, but when they are activated, they still only open if I look up. I need to adjust them a little bit, I think, because if I'm staring straight ahead, they don't always activate. But I like them as being something that you don't always know they're there, and then when I reveal them, you're like, oh shit. That took forever to make, by the way. Anyway, we should return to drawing mode. Thank you so much. I'm glad the eyes are getting vindication. Oh wait, I had something I was gonna show earlier. Alright, this has become a show and tell stream. I'm just very proud of. When I make art, I just get really giddy because I become very proud of my own achievements. This is what it looked like when I was still making before the under eyes had been implemented. His face looks so empty. Like, you could tell something's missing. Yeah, my sketching process is very much, or my artistic process is very much trust me. Trust me, it's gonna look good. Eventually. Oh man, his sleeves need to be bigger. His head is too big. I'll work it out by the time it's finished. Trust me, bro. Definitely. Asprite has an update? I do have Asprite, but I found that I'm a bit more comfortable doing my pixel art in Clip Studio. I'm just used to the controls here a bit more. Maybe it's not as intuitive, but I've been animating in Clip Studio since like 6 years ago? Like that? Asprite has a nice timeline. Good way of, I guess, viewing both things, but... teach their own. It's a shame, though, because I bought Asprite, and I tried using it. I was like, why are the controls not what I want them to be? I have the Wacom remote, and a Wacom 16. Not the Pro version, just a Cintiq 16. So I use the remote to zoom in and out a lot. And it was not working with Asprite as much, and I was like, disappointed. It is a godsend. I used to have the Huon tablet with a touch pad on the side, and I'd use that to zoom in and out as well. I guess if I didn't have this, I'd have to use a mouse. I need to learn how to use it. I bought it a year ago and barely touched it since. Hello, Echo Whisper. Sorry, I gotta wave to all the new people. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for hanging out. I need to make emojis at some point. I need to make my own. That'll be its own stream. He's... The jacket's a bit too long, I think. It technically has pockets. It's very... We're gonna have to simplify the design. I think this pocket's just gonna have to die. I don't want to draw it. Hello, Dark Nova VT, or VTuber. Dark Nova. Nova. Meowdy. Oh. Forgot to wave. Ah. I'm trying to concentrate on chat, but also lock in. I want my persona online identity to look, just actually gonna have to do it. Yeah. For a while, my persona was blonde, but I changed it eventually back to black hair. Effie is not my persona. Effie is more of a character that I'm playing as. But I've made him my VTuber. My own persona is more of a me look. And eventually I had it look more like me. Sometimes you just use a placeholder and then you change it, and that's how you rebrand. Very base mine is just a guy wearing armor. Nothing wrong with that. There's like a belt. I don't think I have a persona besides the floating helmet. The floating helmet is pretty iconic. Spread across games, and now you. I know 4 nights, I feel like there's a belt buckle there. We can add that. And then, what else is there? There's like a bag. I have too many layers. So this guy is just kind of walking forward for... And then he turns around eventually. So for now, he just needs to get his base done. I'm gonna take a tea break. That's one of the redeems I want to get, is one of those like self-care drink water redeems. Need someone to remind me to take a sip. Yeah. Canonically, the character of Effie doesn't, well, I mean, he can consume, like, food and water and drink and stuff, but he just can't taste. He canonically does not have a sense of taste, because he doesn't need to eat, so there's no reason that he'd have a sense of taste. Instead of associating foods with flavors. He associates them with the moment that he technically eats them in. So if he's having like a bowl of grapes with friends, he's like, wow, those are the friendly food for friends. Is there like a sandwich and something bad happens around him? It's like, sandwiches are bad. They remind me of the bad thing that happened. That is not what the arm looks like. That is not what he should look like. Blind Knight, if you're into Dungeon Crawlers, one of my favorite underrated games. Ooh, what are the channel points? Yeah, I guess channel points. Redeems I want to eventually implement is like a OC King of the Hill type thing with my characters. It's like, so I'm gonna make a webcomic at some point. In the new year, I'm planning on it, and I've got a couple other characters I want to showcase that I showed earlier. I think it'd be fun to have a redeem where someone can just like declare a character their favorite, and then the price of that, like for channel points, will go up like each time it's used. I think there's a way you can do it. I've seen some people talk about a function like that. So with every purchase, someone can like declare a different OC as like the new favorite of the stream. I'm sure it's possible to do that. Pretty sure. I think that could be fun. And people could try hard to prove who their favorite character is. Declare it off the top. I have to put some thought into it. I want to make, like, there's so many things I want to make. I want to make animated alerts and redeems. I don't think I'd make my own sort of interactive world. Like, what's his name? There's that one guy who's like got the bus, or he's got like the PNG tuber. I think he uses Godot. Godot? It starts with his name starts with a T. I can't pronounce it very well, but he's got like a whole world he's made. I don't think I could do anything like that. But I'd love to make some more interactive elements. I'm really bad with names. Apologies. That'd be fun. Like throw your helmet around or throw things at your helmet. I would like an Effie head pat eventually, but I want to animate the hand as I'll make it the hand of one of my other characters. There's this character. His name is London. I've yet to properly introduce him into Effie's world quite yet, but if you look at my about page, he's shown there, and he was in that one smile animation. His name is London Monarch, and he's Effie's QPR partner, or like will be eventually. And he's wearing these fingerless gloves, so the head pat would be like his hand. Him and Effie are partners, I guess. Like the characters are. So I need to showcase him more. And I guess maybe down the road, eventually get him a voice actor. But that won't be for a long time, because I'm not ready for that yet. I don't have anything to animate for him yet. Speaking-wise. I've got ideas. I've got goals. I don't have time. Sorry. Gonna work on my clips, but I'm still gonna look new. That's alright. You don't have to stay if you're busy. I realized when I started streaming at the beginning of this month, basically, I didn't have all of the things that I wanted to have ready, but I think that's okay. I'd rather start now and acquire the rest of the things later on than continue waiting. I tend to get in a cycle of waiting, like, oh, I'm not ready for this, or oh, I don't have that yet. Oh, I can't begin this project until something else is met. But I want to get out of that kind of headspace and, like, do what I can. Because I'd rather make, I guess, bad or incomplete art in the moment than no art at all. Yeah, sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith, I guess, and give it a go. And that's what I'm trying. We'll see how it goes. But you gotta start somewhere, right? Oh yeah, another reason why I will never open commissions is because it's gonna take me a god-awful amount of time to begin. I can't promise I get things done in a timely manner, which is why I'm only really comfortable taking the commissions of friends, because they understand it's going to be done in Effie time. The non-existent amount of time. His abs are showing. I can't. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's good enough. What is this? There's a zipper. I'm not gonna. Okay, good enough. I guess I should give him this pocket. Oh wait, he's wearing like a... What is that? Like a strap? I don't think they said it has to be exact. They said I could cut corners, I think, if I needed to. as animation, but I'll try. That one. Dang, he's got so many parts of his design. Combine the strap you can see heading off to the left of his hip. I think it's a gun holster under his jacket. Probably. Probably. You're probably correct. I'm going to willfully not include that part of the design because I need to simplify this at some point. I say adding more elements. It was check. Sometimes a design is just not animation friendly and you have to beat it with a stick until it... Oh, that was like that has-been hotel controversies, like all those V designs were like, cool, but then people asking, yeah, but try animating that, bro. It was like, yeah. I mean, even the has-been designs aren't very animation friendly, but all the V designs weren't really helping either. Sometimes you gotta follow the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Do I follow this rule? No. Not really. This kid's not exactly animation friendly either, but... I didn't plan on animating him when I designed him. It's gonna be more animated than the 3rd season of One Punch Man, Christ. At least that was more animated than the 2nd season of Blue Lock. Damn. I've not kept up with Blue Lock, actually. Oh god, I'm more animated than the 3rd season of One Punch Man. Okay, at this point, I'm just trying to decide what design elements I want to keep in him. I think... that's good. He's way cooler than this, but I just can't add anything else. I think I do need to make his, like, chest bigger. He is a bit more lean, so I'm gonna take this in. Jacket tends to be puffy. I'm gonna drag this up. It's a bit clunky, we can drag the whole thing up. His head's still a little big. I do want to just add these pockets back in. Right. Was it by the... Do you see the teaser dropped for the Silk Song DLC? I saw the thumbnail and then I ran away. Again, I haven't played Silk Song and I probably won't be able to for a while because again, I would like to finish Hollow Knight first. I saw it though. It's the Sea of Sorrow. Like Path of Pain, Sea of Sorrow. These bugs are in for a bad time. Yeah, I do want to play it, but I'm avoiding everything about Silksong until I can play it. What I saw was Mossbag's thumbnail for it. It's like get in the summer, and I was like, oh no. I'm glad Silksong is getting DLCs though. Yeah. One day I will. I will defeat Hollow Knight, the tutorial. Oh no, the precursor challenge for Hollow Knight, and then I will play Silksong and die to the frustration of my viewers, because I think I'll try to play it on stream. I'm glad that you have faith in me. Once again, I want to finish. We're gonna finish Pikunuku, then we're gonna do Little to the Left. Finish that DLC. Then I want to do a short hike, because I have that in my Steam library already. I want to do Deltarune 3 and 4, but I think I have to play through 1 and 2 as well, because it's been a while since I've brushed up on those. So, that will probably be like its own marathon, maybe. And then I can finally be up to date with that. Then I want to do Eden's Garden Chapter 1, the prologue and Chapter 1. Yeah, I've got a bit of a list of things I wanted to get through first, and then I'll eventually return to Hollow Knight, return to Hollow Nest to defeat the Hollow Knight at some point, and then eventually move on to that and stuff. As a week or two before Silka, I was streaming and a voice went doing a steal soul run of killing Soat. I got 54 minutes into it, I was really proud. Then a casual speedrunner for Hollow Knight joined, and I did it. And did it in 14 minutes. Way to be humbled. Wow, they like... Man. I couldn't. I'd crash out. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, dang. I'd be a little bummed. I'd be like, wow. Okay. I should be watching you play the game. That was odd. Automod checked my last message. Yeah, I saw that. I said it was okay. I don't know. That was weird. What do you see when that happens? Again, I'm not super familiar with the Twitch system. All you did was say he's crazy, haha. And then Hot Rod just said crazy and it didn't flag it. That's strange. That's weird. I don't know. The only bot I have in this chat is the Stream Elements bot. Maybe I thought you were talking about me, because I use he/him pronouns? Eh? I don't know. I'm not sure the inner machinations of Twitch. Oh. A mystery. Okay, anyway, I gotta animate this guy walking now. He needs to be stiffer. His arms have to be a little closer to his chest. Hang on a sec, I gotta look something up real quick. Sorry, someone was asking about a TV show and I couldn't remember the name. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Logging into Twitch a few weeks ago. It's surprised when I was supported despite the fact Firefox is a supported. Did you find a workaround for it? I use Firefox because I got sick of Chrome's bullshit. I'm sure there's another. My friend is recommending Brave browser to me, but I have everything set up in Firefox, so I don't feel like moving. Wait, how did I do that? Let's see. Oh, okay, he's moving on. He's moving stiltedly. How to set it? Arrogant. What the heck happened to my Firefox? Gotta open Twitch again on my that to a link. Probably better to this might surprise you, but I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Mod view. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it'd show up. No, we don't want shield mode. Pin, no. Aha, we found it. Haha. Give me enough time, I'll figure out anything. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's good. Okay, we just gotta make the character do some movements, and then we'll move his arms around a little bit, so it looks like he's walking a bit better. Again, this is just the sketch stage. I'm gonna probably redraw him at every... maybe I'll redraw him at every frame. I might just draw two versions, so it looks like there's a line boil Again, you gotta think smarter, not harder. Or wait. Work smarter, not harder. It's coming out great, by the way. Thank you. This is not coming as a surprise, but I tend to draw cutesier characters than this, so it's the facial hair. I'm just not used to drawing facial hair. Grungy, tired types. So I'm not sure how good it looks in my style. Which is to say, not that well. See that, like, what's that game? It's called, I think, Blood Money? It's got, like, this little Harvey dude, and he's supposed to be, like... I don't know. I just saw an image of, like, a post about it, where it's like, he eventually gets, like, this really grizzled mode or something, but he's still drawn so cutesy, it's hard to take him seriously. He, like, starts off like this charming little fella, but then I guess you're, like, punished Harvey. And they give him, like, these sunken in cheekbones, but he just still looks too cute. You look... They gave him, like, a sharper jawline in the second game, too. Nothing against them, again. Nothing against them. It's just, it's funny design choice for me. Like, that's my art style. Same, though. Attempts to draw... a more grizzled character ends up just... not. Like a tough guy, but in chibi form, yeah. As I get older, my characters get older. Is the sad truth of it. I guess it's just the normal truth. But when I was in high school, all of my characters were also high schoolers. And then when I was in college, all my characters were college kids. And then some of them have stuck in the time period and the ages that I designed them in initially, and I'm just gonna leave them there. But some of them I'm like, we gotta age you up so I could still relate to you. Okay, so I don't think he looks bad. Not as bad as I thought. Why is he so sunken down, though? I need him to be a little bit higher. He's also staring straight at it. We're gonna have to move him again. How do I want his eyes to look? The more embarrassing part of my artistic process is like my indecision. Or the trial and error, rather. I'm sure more competent artists can just like instantly do a thing, but it takes me a little bit longer. I don't have a reference up either, which would be good, but also, don't wanna. Why is that not locked? Oh, I probably should make these. stand out. Don't lose them. Okay, I think we'll keep going for another 20 minutes, but I might need to leave to go eat something later. Make sure you take care of yourself. Yeah, thank you. I had some coffee. I have like 3 beverages next to me right now. I've got water, I've got iced tea, and I've got hot tea. I'll probably continue working on this app even after the stream is done, because I need to work on it. Watch me join a Discord call after this. The app never stops. And then I gotta post the other VOD to YouTube first, the Pikuniku one, and then I'll post this one as well. Eventually. I guess I could do it all tonight, it's just, it takes like, what, however many minutes for Twitch to get it ready to download, and then you have to actually download it. Some more iced tea. Sure. I like dad jokes. Sometimes. Most of the time. Bad joke, you say you should. Nerd Night activated. Reinstalled with the... At the bank and check her balance. Day at the bank, an old lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. Oh dear. A guy who stole my diary went missing. My thoughts are with his family. to empty out all these frames because I changed his design a little. And we will adjust his arm movements. Why did the employee at the calendar company get fired? He took a day off. What do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account? Primates. What do you think is the best invention for the last 100 years? It's the dry eraser board because it's remarkable. You getting these off a website, or are they off the top of the dome? I used to love joke books. I would buy them a lot as a kid and then just recite them to anyone around me who would listen. I entered a talent show that way and just recited jokes I read from the talent show. It was fun. Some of them off a website. I memorized a few of them though. I used to memorize funny poems from the Shel Silverstein books. I think that's his name. Like Where the Sidewalk Ends. A Light in the Attic. The other one that I can't remember. Everything on It is the other one. I loved his poems. I would just memorize the funnier ones and then recite them to people. With credit, of course. I wasn't like, I invented this thing. I'd just be like, wanna hear a poem? I got him a book. I don't have them memorized anymore. That was a long time ago. But if I wanted to memorize song lyrics, I would just take the lyrics, stick it in a Google Doc, and then instead of doing my classwork, I would just read the lyrics over and over and over again. I think I still have that folder. Ooh. Songs, yeah! Adventure Time songs! Don't Mine at Night. The Minecraft songs. FNAF songs? Oh yeah, I had the Living Tombstones, FNAF songs. What's the computer song? Oh, it's another Minecraft song. Oh yeah, I love those. I'd always pull out a book and read it. Ah, nice. I really like the Animorph series in elementary school. Except I read the series out of order because I could only read what the library shelf had at the time. And so I just picked like the coolest animal and then I'd read that. And I was like, I have no idea what's happening. The timeline's all screwy, but I'm enjoying this book anyway. Hank the Cow Dog. Let's look it up. Yeah, Animorphs was a very fun. It's a very interesting series to read out of order, because things happen. There's continuity between the installments, and there's like 50 of them. Sometimes you'll be reading, you're like, who the what are they talking about? It's like, I thought this character died. It's like, oh yeah, because Or I'd read it and be like, oh, this person's going to die. It might not be in this book, but it'll happen eventually. This looks familiar. Hank the Cowdog. Oh, this looks old. Like, I do think I remember seeing it in a library. I used to hate reading as a kid because I could never read what I wanted to, as it was above my reading level. Aww. I hated reading because I was bad at it. But eventually they got me to read books I liked, so... W school. Animorphs, though. Tobias was my favorite character. I liked him so much. Because I think he was like... He had the coolest thing going on to him. I took the books I wanted from the library until they let me read what I wanted to. Do you have a library card? I also read the Warrior Cat series out of order, which is way more confusing because there's like actually arcs with that one. There's like, or there's yeah, there's like arcs. There's like the Firestar arc, and then there's like the prequel arc series, and then there's the spin-offs and the triplet arc, and then the post-triplet arc. I don't know. Reading that one out of order, like things drastically change in the timeline. You're like, wait a sec, what's happening? Wait, didn't this one die? Or like, wait, that's still happening? Or wait, where's that character? Like, oh wait, they died? I did, but they would limit how many books I could read a week. Aw, man. My sister likes it, or at least. Ranger's Apprentice series. I have not heard of that one, actually. Oh, I think I have seen this one. I recognize those covers. I didn't read it, but I recognize it. Multiple books at a time. I had to part, not mixing up characters and stories. I would just stick to one book series at a time and try my best to read through all of them until I couldn't find any new ones on the shelf. Then I would try something new when I went to the library. But again, I was at the mercy of whatever was available. So I would just read things completely out of order and hope for the best. It wasn't terrible, but it did make a very interesting reading experience. Not that I minded it, I just ate up all the words like, yes. What's happening? Tell me now. I didn't get in the Magic Treehouse. I wasn't interested in the twins or the siblings or whoever they were. And the wizard Merlin, I think. I don't know. They traveled at different time periods, but I was like, oh, this is edutainment. Yuck. I don't want to learn. I like the Wolves of the Beyond series. That was the spin-off from the Owls of Ga'Hoole, but it was it was about the wolves instead. And I think it's a shorter series, definitely. I think the owl one was just way too long, and there was way too much stuff going on for me to comprehend as a child. I just didn't understand, and didn't want to understand. But the wolf one, I understood pretty well. Again, it was shorter, and very interesting, actually. I liked how that author wrote the animal cultures with such care. Like, there's a lot going on, but it all made sense in context of the series. And you could really get a feel for like the animals' cultures. Yeah, Guardians of Ga'Hoole was a pretty ambitious series for kids to enjoy. I think it's more sophisticated than Warrior Cats in its animal societies and depictions of like that kind of stuff. Because of course it's more than just clans living in a valley or something. These are like owls going to war. You know, it's bigger than petty land conflicts. Owls fight and brainwash each other, and they fight some more, and they kill each other, and it's like... I loved all the wrong questions. Man, going down memory lane with these. I have all... Alright. I had all 4 books. I think we donated them because I outgrew them, of course. I'm an adult now. I've heard of The Spook's Apprentice. I didn't read it, unfortunately. Wolves of the Beyond, though. I was always rooting for, I think his name was Phelan, and shoot, I can't remember the other one's name, the female main character. I was rooting for them, though. I was like, ship, they better get together. And then they did. Love wins. Beatrice letters. Ah. I remember reading all the wrong questions, and there was the plot that was going on, but I was always more fascinated with what was going on between Lemony Snicket and his sister. So I didn't read Series of Unfortunate Events, so I had no idea the context of any of that, but I knew there was a hidden story going on. There was some other narrative happening that I just couldn't comprehend, and I was like, what's going on? What is he doing? What are they talking about? What kind of heist is happening? What's happening? I still read some of the old books I used to have as a kid just for nostalgia sometimes. I should do that. It's been a while since I've, I guess, been to the library. Again, busy, but a lot of audiobooks have been listened to and podcasts have been consumed. Aw, The Little Prince. I didn't read it, but I did watch that one animated film. I remember seeing the animated movie of it. Yeah, it's very cute. The movie, I mean. I think I watched the French version of it in my French cinema class in high school. Basically, they just put on English subtitles when we watched the French dub. I like that club. Our teacher would give us coffee. No sugar. Well, no. Sorry, no cream. Just a small cup of coffee and then 2 sugar cubes. And I liked it a lot. And then it felt like cinema. We'd watch the French movies. We'd have ourselves our little coffee cups and these cute little mugs. And then we'd watch for our lunch period. I had a forensic science honors one teacher that was pretty cool. He brought disassembled bookshelves for a lesson. That sounds awesome. I don't think my teachers ever had a fun show and tell like that. There was this one teacher I respected a lot. I didn't have any classes with him, but he did sub for my class at one point in high school. And he was just like, instead of giving us the lesson, he just had a very real conversation with us about like the future and what we were gonna do. It was a history class, I think, but instead of doing the lesson, he was like, listen, this is what's gonna happen when you grow up and go to college, or if you go to college and stuff, and you gotta kind of be realistic about your futures. He kind of let a lot of the boys in the class down. He's like, you're not gonna become pro football players, let's be honest. He's like, NFL players are like literally built different. Like you have to kind of consider the other options, like take your future seriously. You don't have to go to college, but you should probably think about what's gonna happen. I think this was like the junior. We were juniors at the time, so I don't know. He was just very real with us for this class period that he was subbing in for. Like, yeah, you gotta focus on just like consider what you want to do and take it seriously and like actually care about it. You're not gonna coast through life after this. Like, high school is misleading, and college can be misleading too. Yeah. Like, as someone who doesn't do sports, I was like nodding my head, like, yeah, of course, this makes sense. Played a lot of sports, but I was just bad at all of them. I played no sports except for gym class because I just don't have energy. A running club, and soccer club all the way to elementary school, and that was it. I attempted field hockey, and I didn't like it. My talents slide elsewhere. Stares off into the distance. I like rollerblading, and I like riding my bike. I don't like running. Wish I did, but I just don't. There's other ways to get exercise, though. But that's good. And sometimes those modes of exercise can be modes of transportation. Useful and fun. Okay, well, I didn't finish all of it. We got most of Eagle done, and then I procrastinated a lot. But I drew the guy, this dude, and I think I'm close to finishing the sketch process here. He's gonna just waltz a little bit. He's a little lifeless still, but this is still the rough draft. We'll add some rough animation in there, and then eventually I'll line it, color it, etc., etc., etc. But Thanks for hanging out with me for 3 hours, gang. Let's see here. Yeah. It was fun hanging with y'all. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. Again, I'm very grateful you've made time to hang out. It did go fast. This day went fast. I was already working on this and I looked at the time. It's like, oh, it's streaming time. I have to make some, I guess, a YouTube short or something. Maybe I'll make one, maybe I won't. It depends on how I'm feeling. Oh, right. Tea time. Actually. That's a little too dark. Resetting the colors. There we go. The next stream is going to be on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're gonna finish Piku Niku, I think. It feels like we're pretty close to the end anyway. If we finish it early, then I'm just gonna go back to doing some drawing, and maybe I'll work on thumbnails then. Don't know. But we're gonna finish Piku Niku, and if it takes longer, then I feel like it's nearing the end game. I don't feel like that game's very long, but we'll see. If A Little to the Left DLC goes on sale on the next day, then maybe we'll play that instead. I don't know how I'll felt the day. I kind of want to just divide the days into drawing and then gaming, but sometimes I'll blur the lines and we'll cross streams if need be. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Drink some water, go stretch, have fun for the rest of the night. And I will see y'all next time.